I'm Archpriest Chad Hatfield, the Chancellor and CEO of St. Vladimir Seminary in Yonkers, New York, where we also, of course, have SVS Press, which is the largest English language Orthodox press in the world. It's my privilege to be the series editor for the Profile series, and I'm here today to share with you the newest volume, which is Volume 6, The Ways of Childhood, Metropolitan Georges Khodr. The purpose of the Profile series is actually to introduce people to inspirational Orthodox Christian leaders in various ministries and callings that build up the body of Christ. There are a variety of people that we have focused upon in areas of mission, ascetical theology, and liturgical theology, scholarly and pastoral endeavors, and various other professional disciplines. This new addition to the series is one which actually was made possible from a subvention, a gift from Bob and Adrienne Andrews in California. That's another way that you who are listening can actually support SVS Press in the promotion of books in this series and in others. This particular book, which reflects the life of Georges Khodr, who was born in 1923 in Tripoli in North Lebanon, and his influence, of course, is still felt, and that's why it was so appropriate that he be included in this particular series. About this book, it was originally published in Arabic in 1979 and then translated into French in 1997, but it hasn't been made available to those who are English language readers. It again was an enormous blessing to have the introduction to this particular book written by Metropolitan Ephraim, the Metropolitan of Tripoli, Al-Qura, and all its dependencies, who was here visiting our campus just a few years ago with the enthronement of Metropolitan Joseph in the Antiochian Archdiocese. On the back cover, of course, we have praise and endorsement from Patriarch John X of Antioch, who says that just a few words cannot summarize the story of the master of the word. Georges Khodr is more than a writer and more than a scholar. Before all else, he is a pastor who used well his talents to introduce Christ into the human heart as well as into the intellect. Born in a multicultural and multi-confessional orbit, he kept a well-rooted faith without being hemmed in, either with strict conservatism or with an atmosphere of liberalism. The Antiochian Church is grateful to this man, as he also is grateful to the church in which God planted him as a child, a youth leader, a priest, an orator, and a pastor of souls. Well rooted in the tradition like the cedar, and the adopter of an open approach to other religions and confessions, exactly like the cedar, extending its branches to all, he can worthily be called, quote, the cedar of the Antiochian Church. So I'm sure that this book will be of enormous interest to those who are part of the Antiochian Archdiocese here in North America, but also beyond, particularly as we struggle to present Orthodoxy in a multi-plural culture here in North America and what that means to us. To be able to be flexible, but also to stand clearly firm in this faith and to be always better apologetics for the faith. So I commend this book to you. It is available. You can find it on the SVS Press website, or you can write directly to me here at the seminary with your own comments, as we'll be promoting this book in several ways, including an official book launch at the Diocese of Los Angeles in the West, Antiochian Archdiocese Parish Life Conference in Phoenix in the early days of July this coming summer.